Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another wonderful, happy, joyous, and quite different Nerd Cave show. I am joined once again this week. Good friend Old Crow is back here with us.
Hello.
And, oh, his mic is messing up again.
Yeah, sorry, trying to adjust it.
Okay, all good. So we are doing things a little bit different. Not only are we're doing the same thing we did last week, as we are playing 7 Days to Die and live streaming it, but we are doing the podcast on Twitch.
Naked.
Yeah, and I'm sitting here with more screens in front of me than any human should ever have to contend with. So I will do my very best to keep things straight, but you will hear us dying or killing things, one or the other, or him stealing my loot. That's kind of
probably a combination of all of those things.
Yeah,
really.
I'm pretty sure there's going to be an equal combination of all of that. So, oh, I forgot to check how much.
Yeah, mostly nudity though.
30K. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we run the NCF, Nerd Cave Show community monitored server. 7 Days to Die runs 24/7. Anybody can hop on if you're playing 7 Days to Die. And today we made some adjustments to the, I made some adjustments to the vehicle respawn rate. And there's little flowers or little plants that pop up. And before, I figured out what was going on with that. Basically what was going on was the by default it is set to every 2 days or 180 minutes. Well, the problem is we extend the days because we extend it to 180 minutes, so it was respawning the vehicles every day.
Yeah.
So I have adjusted it. I did math. This time I did not have to use my toes, and I've set it up for 14 days. And because I accidentally kept killing the flowers because I'm just a scrapping fool, I kept destroying the flowers, so I also gave the health of or not flowers, they're little plants, they're respawn plants. They're essentially markers for the games, and as the plants grow, eventually they'll bloom back into the respawning vehicles. And so I've adjusted them. I like this building.
Right?
This is the Ghostbuster building.
Yeah. Here, I've got a doorway open on the side here.
You ripped the door down.
Well,
NFD. Oh, is this like a
Navisgain Fire Department?
Oh, I like this.
Yeah. There's 3 floors. I added the fire escape ladder back on so we could just
climb up.
Yeah. I mean, there's stairs inside too, but
I like this building.
Right? I was going through, I was like, oh, this is so pretty.
So you guys watching on Twitch I'm gonna try to upload this to YouTube. You can see what we're talking about here. But all right, getting back to the podcast, being as we're so quite easily distracted.
Extremely.
Squirrel. So our first thing we're going to discuss tonight is Old Crow was so happy to share with me. Oh wow, there's a rope out here. I guess that's the way you climb up.
That's how you're supposed to climb up, yeah.
Okay. I really like this.
Which is why I knocked down doors.
I'd actually prefer to fix the. Oh no, that's the way it's supposed to be, the ladder.
There's a rope or a roof too.
All right. So a video has been making the rounds. It's gone kind of viral, and it's in regards to Baldur's Gate 3. And here, I'm going to go in here just in case I don't get bum rushed. So, for those of you guys have not seen it, it's and for those of you here, as I am watching chat, it is basically a scene between 2 male characters, and one of them,
a druid.
It's between a druid and what else?
An elf of some sort.
Okay, and the thing is the druid is in bear form. And here we go.
Yeah, druids are well known for wild shaping.
Yeah, and you can see the crowd on the bottom. This is... it's creepy.
And apparently...
That poor squirrel.
Yeah, that squirrel has seen some shit.
That's one way. Oh, wait. Did I put the video? Oh, yeah, I did. All right, so let me get rid of that.
From what I've read, this scene has apparently increased sales of the game.
I wouldn't bet it.
The internet is full of sick fucks.
It really is. It really is. Now, to put things into context, from what we've been able to find out, this isn't this isn't a main part of the game. This is not something that probably everybody's going to find. It's kind of a off the beaten path kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a side quest. You know, it's not going to be thrown in your face, but rest assured, people will purposely seek it out.
Exactly. Well, especially now. it's not joking. This is people know about it. But also to put things into context, one of the characters, the bear is a druid, and they can shapeshift. This is part of. Let's see. Someone posted on YouTube because this is a panel from hell from Baldur's Gate. It gave us a lot of info about the game, and it's releasing August 3rd for PC. The bear isn't actually a bear, but a druid transformed into a bear. They had, and essentially what it is as the druid, you get to pick which form you transform into. And so the audience said, let's do this scene as the druid as a bear. And that's what you're seeing. The audience chose the bear, and then they did the scene. And this is going to be something you have to specifically look for. This isn't something that every player is probably going to be able to find. I mean, I know a lot of players are going to Google search how to get to this. And I think they said the game is about 100 hours on a normal playthrough. So...
good size RPG.
Good size. This was really creepy to me. I'm gonna play it again just because it bothers me. So, hold on, it didn't do it right. So. There we go. I got to keep fixing DLC. So you've got these two male characters. You've got Billy and Yogi Bear. And the poor squirrel. I think the squirrel part was a nice touch, honestly. It was the squirrel just like, I don't know what's going on here.
Hey, boo-boo, wanna sample my picnic basket?
It's I understand why people did it, why they chose the bear. It doesn't make it. I think the whole point was for the shock factor and for it to be creepy. That's why everybody's laughing, but it was also the whole...
it doesn't make it any better.
It does. But needless to say, if you do go out and if you do see this, this is not going to be something that you're going to start playing the game and go and find. Okay, that's not going to happen. This is going to be something that you have to go and...
You have to purposely look for it.
Yeah.
And if you do, we will judge you.
What's over here?
So this is part of the diner next door, because when you do the quest, it actually starts you in the diner, and even though the main POI mentioned for the quest is the fire station, you have to get in through the diner.
Okay.
And it's a yoga place up above it.
Of course, a dance studio.
No, it's yoga.
Whatever. I'm not a big fan of yogurt.
I like yogurt with strawberries.
No, thank you.
Only one man dares give me the raspberry.
Lone Star. But So yeah, that's Baldur's Gate 3. That's coming out on August 3rd, and due to the questionable bear scene, it's going to sell pretty good. Just because it hit meme status.
Yeah.
So that's hilarious.
So now that we've scarred our audience, let's go ahead and move on to our next less disgusting topic.
Come on, you want that one to mull in for a little bit more? Just kind of.
No, I'd like to sleep tonight, thank you.
Oh, it's so wrong. It's so right. All right. So
do you want me to drop a claim here?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
I like this. I like this building.
Me too. I don't know what we like because we've already got everything set up at the other base. Like I don't know what we'd use this for, but I want it.
I really like this building. I really do. It does look like the Ghostbusters main site. So
yeah, it is awesome. I'm gonna put my claim on the roof just to make sure I cover the whole building.
All right. So moving on. Now that we are properly distracted, like little kids we are, I am trying to.
Scared.
That's locked. I need to find my way. Ooh. I like it when I can find something untouched.
Untouched by man. You should just be able to go out the front of the diner.
I'm way over in this garage over here. It's all connected. I took down a couple of those blocks you'd put up, and I walked over here.
Okay. It actually covers a decent amount.
It is. It does.
I'm talking about the claim block. Oh, I almost claimed the highway. Almost. So close. Or not the highway, the overpass.
All right. So moving on and trying our best to get back on topic.
Distractions, what's that?
Yeah. So behind the studio, you have that other building that has a garage and stuff. That's where I was at.
Yeah. I'm gonna go. I actually have a quest. I want to go drop off stuff back at home base first, though, because my bike is full.
Okay. So next topic that I've just mentioned multiple times and not got to is our Indie Spotlight of the night, or Indie Spotlight
of the
week of the podcast. Well, not really of the week, because we're bad about being a weekly thing.
Of the period of time. Of the undisclosed period of time.
Exactly.
Sorry.
That's okay. So we have our Indie Spotlight is Seed of Life. And Seed of Life is a indie game that it's coming out on Steam, and I think it's going to be on itch.io. It's so essentially it's what he calls it. It's Seed of Life is an old school action adventure game. You play as Hope, a wolf spirit on a quest to restore natural order in your journey. You'll be accompanied by a bird named Letty. Use both their unique skills to explore exotic places, fight formidable foes, and discover hidden secrets. Yeah, and the cool thing about this is I saw it popped up on Twitter, which I'm still kind of hanging out there because that's for whatever reason all the indie dev people are on Twitter still.
Yeah.
But this gives me a lot of vibes. They say old school, and I think at some point in time they mention like N64 and stuff like that. It gives me like vibes from 3 different games. One's Super Mario World. 2 is like Legend of Zelda. Which one was that? That was on the N64.
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Thank you.
It definitely has a strong resemblance.
And it also gives me a slight reminder, especially with all the puzzles and stuff. It also gives me a reminder of like Tomb Raider, with all the platforming and
Okay, I could see that.
So it plus the attacking and stuff like that. So it's got a really cool. I've looked at it and it looks really interesting. It's currently he hasn't given a release date, but he is on Twitter. And if you go to the website nerdcaveshow.com or AudioCraZ.com and go to the show notes, you will I'll have all the links to the Twitter page. Or links to Steam. I haven't found anything on YouTube yet. I did find these videos, but I had to yoink them from Twitter.
Yeah. Now, one thing to keep in mind, if anybody decides to do any further research, whether on Steam or Google, this is not the 2021 Seed of Life.
Yes.
Why this one decided to choose the exact same name, I don't know, but it makes things confusing because the first thing you're going to pop up is the 2021 version.
That's the thing I did too. It had to follow links.
Yeah.
So yes, there are 2 games on Steam with the. Actually, I think there's more than those. I think there's another one. But this one is Seed of Life. Like I say, you can go to the show notes and there's a direct link to both Steam and Twitter, and you can. Check them out there. So
yeah, this is the Seed of Life with the wolf, not with the girl trying to save a dying world.
Yeah, exactly. But from what I've seen in the videos, it looks really cool. It definitely giving me some retro vibes. Like I said, it reminds me a lot of those Nintendo 64, and
it's very strongly reminiscent of the 2 Zelda 64 games.
Exactly.
With a little bit of Super Mario 64.
Exactly. Yeah. So, but the take on it, where you play a spirit wolf in animals, it also kind of reminded me of what's it called?
Okami.
That, and there's also what the heck? There's also what's the more recent game where you play as a cat?
Stray.
Stray. Thank you.
Yeah,
So,
that one was very good. Just to plug a mutual friend of ours, Paper Zombie, on YouTube. Can't remember if it was earlier this year or I think it was last year. Did a playthrough of Stray on his YouTube channel. So feel free to go check that out. And there's tons of videos about the game, but it looks fantastic.
All right, give me a second. I'm gonna mute this.
Also, with the wolf thing, it's also kind of reminiscent of a slightly later Zelda game on the Wii, Twilight Princess.
Oh, and for those guys in chat, I just pasted the Steam page to the chat.
Yeah.
So it is, like I said, he's been posting pretty regularly on, if you go look on Twitter, it's KI3_games. Yeah, he says it's an old, on the Twitch page, old school Zelda like, where you play as a wolf cub, inspired by the GameCube and PS2 era.
Yeah, I definitely get that vibe.
Yep. So definitely go and check it out on Steam. Add it to your wish list, and that'll help that indie dev out. And definitely, I'm looking forward to seeing when he releases. So
yeah, there's no date as of yet, but
no date. It's an indie dev, so it'll get there when it gets there. That's usually the way it works out.
Yeah. I am over behind the town hall. If you would like to join me for this infestation quest.
Okay. We'll do this real quick. Geez, how do I get over here?
I can hear you.
Yeah, there you are.
Yep.
This. Park over here. Try not to be quiet because I forget I'm driving. All right, so I think we kind of flying through this really quickly.
Yeah, it's a tier 5, but this place isn't overly huge.
All right. So I know for the last topic, and this is going to be something that we'll probably eat up a little bit of time. Let me do this. Let me put this image up real quick. So we've gotten a lot of announcements lately about the DCU. And as of date, we've gotten ourselves a lot of... Some people are carryovers from the DCU, but we've got a lot of new people for characters on the DCU.
And even some new old, which we'll get into.
Yeah. So I've had the image up on screen for anybody who's watching in chat. And recently we've added... Let's see here. They've announced Anthony Carrigan. Is that his name?
I don't know.
Metamorpho. Yeah. The Texas stuff. The Texas stuff is really, really small on my screen, so I'm having a hard time reading this stuff. Come on.
Yeah. Hang on. I had to refresh Twitch because it's being dumb.
Yeah. Here we go.
And now I gotta watch another freaking ad for Mission Impossible.
Yep.
Yay.
All right. So we have David Corswet. Is it Corswet?
I'll tell you as soon as I can.
Cornswet.
See that. Corn Sweat.
He's going to be playing Superman. I need to look him up a little bit more. Rachel Brosman as Lois Lane. Latest edition. Is it Edi Gathegi? I recognize his face. I love some of the characters he's done, but it's one of those very unique names that I'm horrible with. He's going to be playing Mr. Terrific.
Okay.
Anthony Carrigan going to be playing Metamorpho.
Oh, Anthony Carrigan. He was I want to say he played Caliban in X-Men Apocalypse.
Oh, okay. He was good.
Yeah.
So one of my personal faves right now, Nathon Fillion. He's going to be playing Green Lantern, but not Hal Green Lantern. We're going to get Guy Gardner.
Yep, and he was one of the new old ones I mentioned because he plays Hal Jordan in the animated DC films.
Okay. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Plus, it's Nathan Fillion. I mean, come on. Is there anything, Captain of the Firefly can't do?
Yeah, and he played a great villain in the last season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer when it was on TV. So we know he can play. Playing an asshole like Guy Gardner is not going to be an issue for him.
No, not at all. Isabela Merced playing Hawkgirl. I'm interested. That one sounds like an interesting choice. Not that she couldn't do it, just...
Yeah, I'm not familiar with a good portion of these.
Yeah, I'm not too... I think I've seen some of the stuff, but I haven't really focused on it. I cannot say the gentleman's name that's going to be playing Blue Beetle.
Yeah,
and that's the movie. That's the first movie that's coming out.
Yeah. Oh God, there's a new trailer for that actually.
I have not seen the new trailer.
It looks pretty good. I'm not a huge DC fan, but I kind of want to go see this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely. Me and my daughter are definitely really excited to go see this movie. So this is definitely something we're gonna go see. I'm anxious to see because this is the beginning of the new DCU, so you got to go see it. I didn't realize they were gonna carry over John Cena as Peacemaker, but it's a smart choice because I'm sorry, I didn't like the television show that they did. I didn't think that was good at all. I couldn't get into it. But John Cena as Peacemaker, I thought was very good. He plays a very good Peacemaker. Margot Robbie carrying over to Harley Quinn. Now, whether they're going to use Harley Quinn anytime soon, I don't know. But that's what somebody said that they're carrying over. Viola Davis playing Amanda Waller. We know we have to have Amanda Waller.
Yeah, and Viola Davis has already played her in a few films, so.
Oh yeah, and she is the perfect actress for her. From what I've seen of her playing Amanda Wallace, she's been brilliant at it. Idra Barma, Bride of Frankenstein. I thought that was unique.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was a DC character. And I see right below that David Harbour's Eric Frankenstein. Again, did not know Frankenstein was in.
Well, James Gunn is really going to go. He's going to try to do some unconventional stuff with DCU.
Yeah, he does like to go a little obscure, which is not a bad.
Which is a very, very good thing. Zoe Chow playing Nina Mazursky. I'm probably butchering. Yeah, I don't know who that character is either. I'm not a real fan. Freddie Strong as Vigilante. Okay. Frank Chulo as Rick Flag Sr. I'm not sure who Rick Flag Sr. is.
Probably the dad of Rick Flag from Suicide Squad.
Okay.
It's Frank Grillo, who played Crossbones in some of the Marvel movies. And and he was actually really good at playing, being a Hydra agent. Yeah, it's a shame he didn't get he had such a small role in Winter Soldier.
Yeah, well, I mean,
it's kind of disappointing for a character who's, not to say Crossbones is like a huge character, but he's not a small character, and to use him so little, and that was kind of disappointing.
Yeah. Now this one's I'm very, very, very excited for. Alan, why do I can never say his last name right?
Alan Tudyk.
Tudyk, thank you, Tudyk. We've got two people from Firefly coming into the DCU. This is one of the reasons this got me excited. He's going to be playing Dr. Phosphorus, which I'm not very familiar with that character.
Yeah. Alan Tudyk is just a great actor.
I loved it. The last show he did where he was an alien trying to hide. Resident Alien. That was hilarious. I love that show. Okay, let me look up Dr. Phosphorus real quick.
All right.
I want to see, let's see here. Who wanted to build a nuclear power plant in Gotham City with help from the club's chairman. Okay. So it was Dr. Alex Sartorius, and they wanted to build a nuclear plant inside Gotham City. The people didn't like it, so we moved it far outside Gotham City, and Sartorius was transformed by sand irradiated during the nuclear plant's meltdown, driven up one element on the chemical table from silicon to phosphorus. His body was changed as his skin would burn at any contact, and his skeleton showed through his flesh similar to an X-ray. For his mutation, he swore to make Gotham pay by poisoning the water supply. So he's going to be a bad guy.
Okay, so he's Blight before Blight.
Okay.
From Batman Beyond.
Yep. This plan was foiled by it was foiled by Batman.
Yeah. Of course, this being a James Gunn setup, got to have his brother in there, Sean. Looks like Sean Gunn's going to be two characters.
Really? Oh yeah. Weasel and GI Robot, which I mean, it's voice acting, and he's really, really good at really good at that. So I'm not I have no question he can pull them both off.
Oh yeah.
Plus, I mean, let's get serious here. How much effort is it going to take to voice Weasel? I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for the most part, I'm really looking forward to the DCU. I am slightly apprehensive. I'm not going to lie. You know, with any huge changes, especially whenever we lost what's his name that played Superman, because he was
Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill, thank you. Why am I having such a hard time with names? Well, it's me trying to do
one of those. It's one of those nights.
Exactly. I am looting random things that are out here, and now I'm emptying my bag to have more space to loot stuff inside.
Actually, I wonder if the loot room respawned up top. I'm gonna check that really quick.
It does. Everything respawns when it resets.
Well, no, I'm just saying I wonder if it's respawned since the last time I've been by here to loot it.
Let me know if you need help.
I should be okay.
All right. But
I'm a man. I can handle it.
I'm a manly man. So yeah, as much as I am excited for what James Gunn is doing, I am also very apprehensive, and it's mostly because there's a lot of drastic changes. Getting rid of Henry Cavill, getting rid of getting a new Batman, getting a new Superman, getting a new Wonder Woman. Yes, I'm gonna be apprehensive because I've loved the Batmans we got. Honestly, I am still upset. I'm going to go into this. I don't care. Let me get rid of this image on the screen.
Wait, who's going to be Wonder Woman now?
All we know is he said that what's her name? Man, I am having such a hard time with names. Who played
Gal Gadot?
Gal Gadot. She was not going to come back.
Oh, she's perfect.
She's was
perfect as Wonder Woman.
But they're going to recast. They want a slightly younger cast. Which I'm never happy to hear. I'm not gonna lie. I do not hear we want to go with a slightly younger cast. Oh, do we have to go down that route again, like over and over?
Yeah, and it's not like Gal Gadot is old.
She's not, but I have a feeling. I think they said that, but my honest opinion. I'm not gonna lie. My honest opinion is not that it's not an age thing. It was we can save a lot of money on these movies by getting
lesser known
but experienced actors and actresses. I honestly feel that's where they're going with this. I believe when he took it over, he was put under a much more stricter budget.
Yeah.
So
I mean, from a bank account standpoint, I get it, but you're still going to make more money if you have the actors who have already been there.
And
I mean, yes, at a certain point, you should kind of go a little younger because, I mean, Michael Keaton wasn't going to be able to do Batman forever. Ha ha.
Ha 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 ha. That hurt. And here's the thing. I'm never going to let this go, but I am so happy. Okay, for The Flash, I've never liked... why am I having such a hard time with names tonight?
Do I need to be your name person tonight?
Yes, the guy that played Flash. Ezra Miller, thank you. I never liked Ezra Miller as the Flash. Honestly, the actor that played him in the television series was a far better... I honestly think they should have brought him in for the movies, not Ezra Miller, only for the fact that I just liked him a lot better. And...
My problem with Ezra Miller, aside from the fact that he's a piece of shit,
went there real quick.
Yeah, we won't get into that though. But aside from that, my problem with him was his line delivery is just
dry.
Not so much dry, it's just uncomfortably cringy, and it's not in an entertaining way. Because you can have uncomfortably cringy in an entertaining way. His lacked the entertainment. He just looked like somebody who wandered on set and they're just like, well, okay, we'll just use him.
And that's the thing. I never felt comfortable with him playing Flash. It always just... I don't know. I just... It never felt right to me. Yeah. I never felt that he was the right character, right person... to play that character. So, that's kind of where I left on that one. As for what is it, Gal Gadot and Henry Cavill, the best we've ever had, the best we've had thus so far. Incoming enemies. Now I do know that for the Flash movie, where I was going with this, I finally got to see jeez, why am I forgetting his name? The guy that played Batman.
Ben Affleck?
No. Well, no. Not the current Batman. The Batman we got. Michael Keaton. Thank you. I was so happy to see Michael Keaton don the bat suit and get the action scenes that we never got to see him in. Because that, let's face it, that was the worst cape and cowl any actor that has to put on. Because he has to be, he's really stiff because the way they designed it's like a one-piece, you know, rubber suit with no bending or flex. So it really was, but being able to see him do the fights, the flight down, the CGI work, it was just like, yes, we finally get to see it. You know, it wasn't all stiff. I love Michael Keaton as Batman. The fact that he, till this day, what was funny is like, he was on, when he was doing scenes on Spider-Man.
Oh, God, he was such a great Vulture.
He was a great Vulture, but did you hear about how he would lean over to, what's his name? The guy
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland. He would lean over to him just slightly and go, "I'm Batman." Like, even then, he would say that stuff just to mess with people, and it's just like, he's a classic gem. We would be missed not to have him. And can we not, like, this, what he did in Birdman? I don't know if you ever saw that movie.
I didn't.
Oh, you gotta watch it. I
was disappointed that it wasn't a Birdman movie.
No, but I loved it.
I mean, I knew it wasn't gonna be, but
I loved it because it was a movie about theater, and the fact that it got behind the scenes in a theater so right. And I know a lot of people didn't get some of the, like, I knew people that didn't get scenes that happened, and they didn't understand why. And it's just like, well, if you worked on stage, you understand that this would make total sense. Like, case in point, the one scene where he sees his daughter and that other actor kind of close together, but he can't do anything. And he goes on stage, and I talked to some people like, hell no, I would be all over that. It's like, no, you don't understand. He's been an actor most of his life. That scene is the epitome of the show must go on, which is effectively, I have to ignore everything around me because my scene's on. And as a professional actor, I have to get out on stage. And it was just, that perfectly encapsulated the show must go on, where you have to shut everything out and proceed on. And like, no matter how painful it is.
On. Yeah. It's like, no matter what you got going on, worry about it later.
Yeah, because there are hundreds of people or thousands of people out in the audience, and your issue does not supersede them. You are a professional actor, and your responsibility is to, you know. So yeah, that's, seeing Michael Keaton do stuff like that. Ah, crap! Why did I have to reload now? Because I forgot to reload.
Behind you.
So yeah, anytime I finally got to see, I was a little kid again. I finally got to see the scenes of Batman doing these epic, you know, CGI scenes, and I'm sorry, I will go back and watch the Flash. I mean, not now, they pretty much ripped it out of the movies, but I will go back and watch the Flash. Ooh, I found a safe. Over and over again, just so I can rewind the Michael Keaton Batman scenes.
Well, you don't want to watch Miller microwave a baby?
God. Can we not do the Cabbage Patch Kids? We, must pretend the Cabbage Patch Kids are actual children scenes. Like, those CGI scenes were... That was the other thing that drove me nuts. You immediately, very first couple of scenes, got put into the whole... Yeah.
Yeah.
It was literally is like, what are we looking at? Are these like CGI babies? These are horrible.
What really got me the most watching that scene, and I haven't seen the movie. I have no intention to go see the movie.
Incoming enemies.
But what really got me the most about that scene was the look on his face after he takes the baby out. What the fuck is that look?
Well, he was hungry, but he couldn't eat them.
Right? The burrito wasn't enough, I guess.
I'm burning calories here. Come here, baby. I like my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby.
Just, I mean, and you know the look I'm talking about. He just has this creepy ass look on his face, like
He's got that perpetual.
I'm going to touch this, like oh no, Ezra, go away.
Ezra has that perpetual constipated thing going on.
Yeah, he's. Who let him act? Is what I want to know.
Honestly, I know he can be good in certain things. I'm not going to say he's a horrible actor. I just think as the Flash, he was a bad choice.
He's not Barry Allen. Sorry. Yeah. No, it's just like I remember Hayden Christensen getting a lot of shit for his role as Anakin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, that's not him. That's the directing and the writing.
Yeah, exactly.
And same with, you know, not as much, but I remember even, what's his name? The guy who played Kylo Ren.
Okay.
It's like, he kind of got shit just
He's
for the
a
character.
good actor.
It's like, yeah, it's like he's not a bad actor. He just had a shit character with shit writing and shit directing.
Like, he's actually pretty funny, too. There's stuff he's done where it's like, oh, that... Like, okay, when he went on Saturday Night Live and did the whole boss at work thing.
Undercover boss, yeah.
Undercover boss, and he plays Kylo Ren. That's like...
That was hilarious.
It was hilarious. And he did a great job. So, kudos to him. He's... Oh, wow, there's a door open here. The side door. Someone broke down that side door. All right, I'm going to go empty my stuff into my vehicle real quick. But no, he's actually a really great actor, and I've seen other stuff he's in. I need to go see that, what is it, 46? Or 46 million or whatever?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, same thing with Hayden Christensen. Not a bad actor.
No, he's a great actor. He's a great actor.
Just, he had shit to work with, essentially.
You can't get them all. I think a lot of people...
Sandy. Yeah. Good job, George.
There's a lot of people that are just going to hate everything because it's not exactly what they wanted. And it's like, you're not going to get everything. That's why I have one thing I tell people, it's what I do. I do my best not to watch... Try to avoid spoilers, teasers, stuff like that. I try not to watch them. I really do. Because I do not want to go in with soiled ideas of what it's going to be.
Incoming enemies. Prepare for conflict.
Where is that thing coming from?
I want to say it's outside or it's upstairs. But I mean, yeah, in like cases like that, it's not necessarily the actor's fault. And then you have Ezra Miller. But
here's the thing. As a person, he's pretty creepy. As an actor, he's decent. But as a Flash, he was horrible. I never liked him in any of the movies. And I've said that since the first couple of movies. So I'm glad with this whole being the last one, I really want to see him recast, or I want to see, geez, what is the actor's name? More actors, I can never remember their name.
Isn't it like Grant something?
Something like that. Who plays on the I'd like to see him get cast as the Flash. Or I want to see him at least brought in as something else. Because honestly, that's one of those where I think he's put in the work, and he'd be great for the DCU.
Yeah. Now, because I haven't seen the new Flash movie. Was Michael Keaton playing
Master,
Bruce
you're not
or
alone.
Thomas?
He was playing Bruce Wayne. He was playing Bruce Wayne Batman from an alternate timeline after Dipsy Doodle messed up the timeline.
Okay, so they basically took Flashpoint and fucked it up.
Well, they were doing the whole, you know, I decided to make changes, and that's where we're at.
They did Baby's first Flashpoint.
Yeah. And it's the really cool thing is you got to see multiple incarnations of Superman.
Mm-hmm.
And the only one we didn't get to see, we got to see a recognition. We're gonna have to go around.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage playing Superman, because remember he was cast and they did promotional stuff, but the movie never happened.
Oh yeah, that was Superman Lives.
Yeah, so he was in the movie, or at least a couple of clips of him were, and then.
Nice.
But we didn't see Henry Cavill.
I remember seeing the Nicolas Cage stuff. Like, it was just photographs. Way back, I don't know if the magazine's still around, but Wizard magazine.
Okay, Wizard.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know if that magazine's still around or not.
It might be.
But yeah, no, I remember, like, and that should tell you like how long ago those pictures are from.
But we got to see, and actually we got to see Superman from the 70s movies. So we got to see
Christopher Reeves. Nice.
Christopher Reeves. Like, they kind of basically, they were different universes, bubbles, and
Okay.
it was an interesting take. But we didn't get to see Henry Cavill as Superman, which I thought. But I wouldn't be so. I kind of was like, you know what? He was told he got to play it. He did the social media post, and then it was ripped out from underneath him. He didn't get paid or anything. He did it as a kind of a complimentary. Yeah, you said we're going to do it, so why not? And then at the last minute, James Gunn goes, whoa, hold on there. We're not doing that. So I wouldn't be surprised whenever he went and tried to do the whole what they probably asked him, and he was like, no, I'm done. Which I completely I'm completely on one of those. It's like, no, that totally makes sense. We got a screamer somewhere.
Yeah, your girlfriend's downstairs.
Not my girlfriend. You can have her.
Nah, she's toxic.
She's a little too grabby. little too clingy.
My sensors have picked up something.
Yeah, good, because we're not done clearing this place. There's still at least one more.
Crap. Probably her. Where are we going?
No. Trying to figure out where is it? I don't even know where she is.
Inside the building.
Oh. Okay. Well, that still wasn't. Oh.
Just heard somebody down here.
It's moving around too. Oh, it's probably that one zombie that's on the other side of that one door.
Don't know where that's at. Find him?
No, but I'm pretty sure the one I killed was part of the...
Killed another one.
Oh, that's not it either.
Killed another one.
Nope.
Oh, there's a green one. Yeah, there's another one behind that door over there.
What floor was that on?
Well, you go down. Got him.
Yep.
All right,
And
going back
there was
down.
another one that just got in on its own, but okay, yep, that's completion.
Sweet. All right, but so yeah, I'm apprehensive, but I'm also looking forward to the DCU. So, because they are making some changes, and I'm like, oh, hold on here, but then he's also making changes that make sense.
Yeah.
Not all actors are getting replaced, as you know, not all of them should be.
Yeah.
But I completely understand. I can only theorize why they're making the changes, some of the changes, which I honestly believe it's... Oh, what's this? Auto turret bundle.
Nice.
2 SMG turrets. But I wouldn't be surprised he had a budget, a lower budget to work with. I don't know, he'll never mention it. He'll never talk about it. It's not something that he's going to announce. Because that'll be immediately come up as a... Oh, that's a negative.
Yeah.
So I honestly feel that being as this is a new thing, they got rid of people, and now he's the head of it. Plus, he's got to plan out... I think, what was it? He said he got to plan out like 10 years worth to the future. So...
Yeah, and he probably had orders from the studio as well.
Probably.
So, I mean, when the studio says, you do this, or you leave.
Yeah.
And they get somebody else to do it.
Well, it's not like, what is it, was it Netflix? Coming down on their studio side of things?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're looking to cut costs, and they're looking at their studio, and they're like, looking at it like, how, you know, why you... I guess they're seriously, like, hardcore scrutinizing all the money they're spending.
Mm-hmm.
But if you really look at it, they spend far less than a lot of other studios.
Yeah. My thing with Netflix is, like, where are you going?
The Trader?
You know it's closed, right?
I can at least stare at him with a funky look. Fine, then. There's a zombie over here I'm going to shoot in the face.
Okay. That's a good reason, then. Now, my thing with Netflix that really bugs me about them is, like, they'll do a show, we'll get, like, depending on the show. Some actually, like, get more than one season. But they'll come out with a show that people are excited about, and then they'll cancel it immediately. And it's like, well, why did you bother making it in the first place if you were just going to cancel it?
Like all the Marvel stuff?
Yeah, yeah, they did have the Marvel stuff.
I have a feeling that wasn't entirely them. I'm going to go on a limb and say that was not entirely them. That they had a contractual obligation, but then Disney decided to go, oh, we're not going to extend this. Because what happened to all the Marvel stuff?
It's on Disney Plus.
It's all on Disney Plus now. So I have a feeling.
Sense. So,
I have a feeling Disney.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I have a feeling that they decided to go, oh, we're not going to be able to extend this, so why are we going to keep playing this? This is our contractual obligation. We're going to shut it down, but we know that they can't play it for a while, so they pulled it down whenever they could and get away with it because they knew that all the stuff was going to revert to back to Disney Plus anyway.
Yeah, but then I can't think of the shows, but there's been like other shows that were like doing really well in that first season and people were excited for and this and that. And they're like, nah, we're just going to get rid of it.
That's Netflix. That's why I got I got rid of Netflix, and it was $20 a month for them to do that. I got onto them years ago. I think I can't remember what it was. I jumped on Netflix like year 2 that they came out.
Yeah.
So I've been a Netflix. I was a Netflix for years. Now they're trying to get me back, and it's just like, no,
nah,
I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, no, same thing. I was on Netflix when they sent you a disc to rent.
They still had that for a while.
Yeah, they did. Excuse me. Rachel and we'd rented a few movies. We had actually rented the old BBC Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy TV show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And, yeah, I mean, I hop on there once in a while, like, whenever a new season of Castlevania would come out, I would be on there. I'm surprised they didn't cancel Castlevania right away, because, I mean, people loved that.
They probably had a lot.
People like it, better get rid of it.
Well, here's the thing also. When they probably did the Marvel stuff, being as it was Disney or going to be Disney, the licensing was probably relatively cheap. It's probably gotten considerably. Castlevania, being as they really probably don't have anywhere to go, is considerably cheaper on the licensing.
Yeah, and Konami doesn't make video games anymore, so
that's
they had, and this was like several years ago. This was back when like the whole this is probably something for maybe the next episode or something, I don't know.
Yeah.
But there's that whole thing with Kojima, the guy who did all the Metal Gear games, you know, and how dirty they did him. They got like a new president or CEO or something who was like, we're not going to make video games anymore because I like pachinko machines and we're just going to make pachinko machines.
Yeah, pachinko this.
Yeah, I mean, the last few games that I'm aware of that they put out were just like collections of existing games. And like they're collections that I would, that I wanted, like Castlevania collections, stuff like that. So like I've bought those because I fucking love Castlevania. Really excited for Castlevania Nocturne to come out whenever that happens. Again, we could talk about that on another episode.
Definitely.
Yeah, they don't do games anymore. They don't do new games.
They're more. Most of them are becoming patent houses, and this will definitely be something to talk about later in time. But they're becoming more of patent houses and just rehashing what they've already done already.
Yeah, but I mean the Castle. I think it was I want to say it was the Castlevania Legacy Collection on PS4. It's on other systems too, of course. But I liked that. I bought it because again, I love Castlevania. And the cool thing about that collection is it's got Castlevania games, like the American versions and the Japanese versions of those same games. And for a lot of those older games, you wouldn't think so, but there was a lot of differences.
Yeah.
And that's just like beyond like the music and stuff, because the Famicom had a different sound chip than the NES.
Yep.
But also, like, just looking at the games, like, if you ever played Castlevania 3 on the NES, one of the characters, Grant, plays a bit differently. The version we got here in the US, his main attack is this stubby little dagger that goes, like, 2 inches in front of him. Japanese version, his main weapon is he throws the dagger. He has unlimited throwing daggers.
Huh.
Yeah. It's like, why didn't we get that?
Well, we don't deserve it, obviously.
Right. You Americans aren't good enough to have throwing knives. All right. But I mean, that also kind of goes into and again, this is something we can
yeah,
I'll bring it up later. We're coming up with a lot of stuff for
been great.
Later episodes. I mean, we can keep talking about this part if you want.
Well, I think we're getting up on our close to our time, at least for the audio podcast. Well, we're going to keep discussing stuff here on Twitch for you guys want to come out. We're going to try to do this more regular, where we do this on Twitch and we do this on. And I'm going to see if I can get your camera, just to kind of explain everything. I figured out how I have figured out how to live stream and audio record multi-track on everything on a single computer, no outboard mixers or anything. I may have to do a YouTube video on this because this has been. You remember the first time last podcast?
Yeah,
well, I sat here for like 3 hours trying to get this to work.
Oh yeah, no, it was like 3 hours before we started anything.
And I mean, he heard me come up with some very creative sentences.
Like dude, like I'm the kind of person who uses swear words as punctuation, and even I was like, I'm starting to get a little offended here.
Yeah, really. It's just like I'm about ready to call my mommy.
Like I'm gonna cry if you don't stop.
There's a slight tear here. There's a tear here. You're getting a bit offensive.
Like, I need to call my dad, and I can't because he's gone.
Yeah.
He went out for cigarettes and milk and lottery tickets.
But he mailed me the lottery ticket.
It was $2.
It was a no-winner. But yeah, so yeah, I'm really excited about this. It was a pain in the butt to get all this working, but I got it all functioning. So, all right.
And we're better people for it.
Exactly. So, as I said, we're going to end this on the audio podcast because now I got the hiccups, so I need to end this anyway. Thank you guys for joining us, listening to us on the podcast. Like I said, we're going to try to do the Twitch, so you can go to twitch.tv/AUDIOCRAZ.
Yep.
I'll have a link in the show notes. I'm ending this now because I'm having a hard time talking with the hiccups because, of course, that's how I end the show. Thank you guys for joining us. And thanks, Crow, again for coming in for the second episode, or for the second time.
Absolutely. Do you want me to say goodnight?
Please.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching us, and we'll see you on the next show.